scary, doesn't it? But it isn't meant to be. It's an opportunity for the employer to get to know you, to see if you are able to fulfill the role. There are no trick questions. The interviewer is trying to get the best from you. You can ask for a question to be repeated or rephrased, and you can even take in notes. Remember, if you are invited for an interview, it means that you have done a fantastic job of your application and the employer wants to know more about you. So, what is it that employers are looking for in an interview? They want to get to know you. They want to know if you have the skills and knowledge they are looking for. They want to see some passion and enthusiasm for the role and the profession that you've applied for. They want to see if you will fit into the team that they already have. It's your job to make sure that you communicate all of this to them.
Research the company. Google what they do, what their mission statement is, how many they employ, where they are located, who is their CEO, the job. Be prepared to answer questions on the role that you have applied for. Roles may change from company to company. If any information has been sent to you in advance, make sure that you read it. Any research done will show your drive and enthusiasm and does not go unnoticed by employers. Logistics. Be sure to arrive 10 minutes before your interview is due to start. This will ensure that you are as calm and relaxed as possible when you go into the interview. If you are running through the door with 30 seconds to spare, you are already on the back foot. Plan in advance how you're going to get there. Make sure you have a phone number with you in case there are any unforeseen circumstances on the journey in. Planning what you are going to wear in advance will take some of the stress out of the interview day. You want what you wear to reflect your professionalism. It's not about the latest trends or labels. It's about looking smart and professional. You may have a portfolio of projects that you have worked on and/or a portfolio of your achievements. This can help at interviews to show the standard of your work and will also help them to see your passion for the industry. Make sure that you are forthcoming that you have this. There will be questions. The interview format of the apprenticeship or job that you are applying for will depend on the questions they will ask. Please practice answers to common interview questions that will make sure that you know any technical information that they could ask you about. Think clearly about the answers you give and back them up with examples.
Do first impressions really matter? The answer is yes. Studies show that 7% is what you actually say, 38% is in your voice. Think about tone, the pace that you're talking, the pitch of your voice. 55% is your body language, your appearance, how you dress, holding your head up high.
Consider body language. Hold your head up, smile, and look them in the eye. Shake their hand, the right grip. Speak clearly and at a good pace. What you wear, think professional. Remember, you are on interview from the moment that you are visible to the employer.
A very common initial question is, tell me about yourself. This seems quite straightforward initially, but it can trip many people up as they are not prepared for it. You should take some time to put an answer together for this and practice it. Consider what they already know about you from your application. You don't want to give them a full life history of swimming certificates that you got when you were in primary school. It's also common to ask about your strengths. Think about what you tell someone your top 3 strengths are. This is another question that seems quite straightforward, but that many of us can struggle with. You'll need to be able to demonstrate to the employer why you have chosen your strengths. Back them up with examples. Another type of question that could be asked are competency-based questions. These are questions like, can you tell me about a time you've worked as part of a team? Can you tell me about a time when you solved a problem? Or can you tell me about a time when you've used clear communication? You will no doubt have done this on many occasions, but often need time to think of the perfect example that will highlight your skills. To help you give the employer all the information needed on questions like this, you can use the STAR technique.
Tell me about a time when you have worked as part of a team. For example, when you were in year 10, you took part in an expedition as part of your Bronze Duke of Edinburgh Award. This is a situation. You had to plan a route with a team to walk over 2 days and source a campsite for you to stay. This is the task. You are responsible for measuring the route and planning suitable places to stop for breaks. This is the action. Your team worked really well together and the expedition was a success. The whole team completed the expedition and gained their reward. This is the result.
Some areas you may be questioned on include your academic performance in school or college, your understanding of the role that you've applied for, your motivation for the role, your understanding of an apprenticeship, your knowledge of the company, your attitude towards compliance, and what you've put on your application form.
If you are applying for a degree-level apprenticeship, you may be called for a speed interview first. The company will use this initially to get a feel for your competencies and suitability for the roles that they have available. You may be offered a different role than the one you have applied for, as the interviewer felt that you had the correct attributes for the alternative role that they were offering. You need to be prepared for how you would react to this. Don't be fooled into thinking that these are any less formal. They are still a selection technique. Prepare and act as though it was a full-blown panel interview.
An increasingly more common way of interviewing candidates is via telephone or video. These remote methods can initially be off-putting, but with some planning, practice and consideration, it's like any other interview. Remember, feel confident with how to use your technology, find a quiet space with no distractions, have a suitable background, and treat it as you would any other interview.
A few things about group interviews and assessment centres. You, along with others, will be set a number of tasks. Some things to keep in mind are, it is still an interview. You are being assessed the whole time that you are there. There have been times where flippant comments made on tea breaks have cost people the job they are going for. Think about all the things we have talked about already today, such as how to present yourself, your body language, showing your enthusiasm and your interest. The tasks that are set may seem random to you at first, but they are looking for specific skills in you. They are not always looking for a leader. They will be looking for various different skills throughout the day. Please make sure that you listen to other members of the team and make sure that you contribute.
Mobile phones. Please make sure that they are out of sight and not heard for the time that you are being interviewed or assessed. Also, be aware that employers can check your social media profiles, so be mindful about how you're presenting yourself online. If you need any further help or advice on this topic or anything else related to careers, book online to chat to an advisor. Good luck.